silence. Isn't it strange how the world trembles before it? They can yell at you, rip you apart with their words, yet when you respond with nothing, when you deny them the reaction they hunger for, they unravel. They're like dogs barking at a brick wall, frustrated, powerless. You see, my friend, people believe power lies in their words, in their ability to crawl under your skin, to make you flinch. They think it's in the insults they throw or the control they pretend to wield over you. But let me share a truth. Their power is a mirage, a trick of smoke and mirrors. It only works if you let it, if you react and feed their fire. Stay silent, and you starve them of their fuel. Think about it. Have you ever watched a fire? It roars, blazes, devours everything in its path, but remove its oxygen, and what happens? It fades, it dies. That's what your silence does. It chokes the flames of their control. Every time you hold your tongue, every time you refuse to give them the satisfaction of your pain, you're cutting off their air supply. And I know what you're thinking, but Bane, isn't that weakness? Isn't silence just letting them win? No, no, no. Silence isn't weakness. It's restraint. It's strength. The most powerful person in the room isn't the one shouting loudest. It's the one who stands unshaken while chaos swirls around them. And you've been through it, haven't you? The betrayals, the lies, the people who smiled to your face while sharpening a blade for your back. They wanted to see you fall, to watch you beg, to see you crumble. But here's the reality. They can't handle that you're still standing. Let me tell you about a wolf, a lone wolf, cast out from the pack. The world sees him as weak because he's alone, but that wolf learns to survive on his own, to hunt without aid, to endure the cold without shelter. That wolf grows stronger than the pack could ever dream, and when the time comes, that same wolf can tear apart the very pack that abandoned him. You, my friend, are that wolf. You don't need them. Their approval, their pity, their hollow affection. Don't chase after them, begging for their attention. Show them nothing, not a word, not a glance. Show them your back as you walk away. That's where your power lies, in refusing to play their game. They'll call you cold, heartless. Let them. They'll never understand what it took for you to survive. They didn't see the nights you spent alone, the tears you wiped away in secret. They didn't hear the battles in your mind, the ones you fought to keep moving forward. And here's the irony. The same people who mock you, who try to break you, are the ones who fear you most. They fear your silence because it tells them they don't matter. Their words carry no weight. Their actions, no consequence. Silence is your shield, your weapon. Let me break it down. Life is a chessboard. Every move, every reaction is a piece you give away. Show them anger, and you've lost a pawn. Show them fear, and you've surrendered your queen. But stay silent, stay still, and you've checkmated them without lifting a finger. Think about the greats, the ones who changed the world. They didn't waste energy arguing with fools or explaining themselves to those who wouldn't listen. They moved in silence, letting their actions speak. And when they struck, it was decisive. People try to control you because they're terrified of losing control over their own lives. They project their insecurities, their fears, their failures onto you. They want you to carry the burden of their brokenness so they don't have to face it. Don't fall for it. Be like water. Water doesn't argue with the rocks in its path. It flows around them, over them, through them. It carves its own way, silently, persistently, shaping the very stones that try to stop it. So let them talk, let them scheme, let them try to break you. Show them no reaction. Their power ends where your silence begins. Walk away from their noise, their drama, their chaos. Focus on your path, your goals, your strength. And when the day comes, and it will, when they realize they couldn't break you, they'll fear you. Not because of what you said, but because of what you didn't. Not because of what you did, but because of what you became. Stand tall. Be the wolf, not the sheep. Be the silence, not the noise. Your silence isn't just the absence of words, it's the presence of power. It's the loudest thing they'll never hear. They don't deserve your pain. Save it for yourself. Use it to build, to rise, to conquer. And when you reach the top, look back, not to gloat, not to pity, but to remind yourself that silence was the key all along. I know it's not easy. Silence isn't the path most choose. They run their mouths because they're afraid of being forgotten, of being irrelevant. But here's a secret. Words are cheap, empty currency for empty lives. Actions, silence, those are priceless. Only the strong can afford them. They'll test you. Oh, they'll poke, prod, try to provoke a reaction. Why? Because your response validates their existence, gives them purpose, meaning. Don't give it to them. Let them scream into the void while you remain untouchable. That's power. That's dominance. When you react, when you argue, you've already lost. The moment you respond, you're playing their game on their terms. They're not seeking resolution. They're seeking control. They want to drag you into their chaos because that's where they thrive. But you don't belong in the mud. You were born for greater heights. Have you ever seen a lion react to the barking of dogs? Never. The king doesn't lower himself to the level of peasants. He keeps his head high, his stride steady. He doesn't need to prove his power. It's understood. Be that lion. When they come at you with their petty games, their insults, their betrayals, don't flinch, don't blink. Silence isn't just your weapon, it's your fortress. Build your walls high. Let no one in who doesn't deserve it. But I hear you. What if it hurts? What if silence feels like loneliness? My friend, that's where they've twisted your thinking. Silence isn't loneliness, it's solitude. There's a difference. Loneliness is begging someone to fill your void. Solitude is learning to fill it yourself. You must enjoy your own company, become your own fortress, your own kingdom. When you're comfortable being alone, no one can use isolation against you. And trust me, they'll try. They'll abandon you, ghost you, cut you off, hoping to watch you crumble. Don't. Stand taller. Smile through it. Think of the sun. Does it care when clouds block its light? Number. It waits, patient, knowing the clouds will pass, that its warmth will shine again. You are that sun. The people trying to block your light, they're temporary, fleeting. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, mocked, ridiculed, cast aside. They said he'd never amount to anything, laughed at his failures, his pain. And what did he do? He stayed silent. He didn't fight back, didn't try to prove them wrong. He let his work, his grind, his success speak for itself. When the day came, when he stood atop the mountain, they scrambled for his attention. But by then, he didn't need them. He'd already won. That's your future, but only if you master the art of silence. Silence isn't passive, it's active. It's a choice, a discipline. It's saying, I don't need your validation, your approval. I am enough. The world will try to tell you otherwise. It will scream, shove its insecurities in your face. Don't listen. They don't know your story, your struggles, your scars, and they never will, because you owe them nothing. Not your pain, not your joy, not your energy. Speaking of scars, you've got them, don't you? Physical, emotional, mental. They try to use them to break you, to define you. But scars aren't weaknesses, they're badges of honor. Proof you survived what was meant to destroy you. Wear them with pride. Let them remind you of what you overcame. When they point at your scars, trying to weaponize them, just smile. Those scars terrify them. They're evidence of your strength, your resilience, a reminder you've walked through hell and emerged stronger. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your survival, an apology for your silence. Let them wonder, let them speculate. Their assumptions are not your burden. And one last thing, don't let anger consume you. I know it's tempting. They've hurt you, betrayed you, lied to you. The rage burns, doesn't it? But anger is a double-edged sword. Wield it wisely. Use it to fuel your grind, your success, but don't let it control you. The ultimate revenge isn't anger. It's indifference. It's looking at those who tried to break you and realizing they don't matter. Not anymore. Not ever. When the world comes for you, when it tries to drag you down, show them no reaction. Their power ends where your silence begins. In that silence, you'll find something far greater. Peace, strength, freedom. You know what's funny about silence? It's not just a defense, it's a weapon. People think words cut deep, but silence is the blade they never see coming. It slices through their illusions, their egos, their false sense of power. Ever notice how uneasy people get when you don't respond? They fidget, stammer, try harder to provoke you. Why? Because they're scared. Scared of the void your silence creates. Scared of the reflection they see in it. Picture this. A man stands in a crowd, everyone shouting, mocking, demanding his reaction. But he remains still, his face calm, his eyes steady. The crowd grows louder, more desperate, then falls silent, one by one. Why? Because they realize their words have no power over him. That's what you must be, a stone in a sea of noise, unmoved, untouchable. They'll call you arrogant, cold, unfeeling. Let them. They can't fathom the strength it takes to remain silent in a world that thrives on noise. Silence isn't the absence of emotion. It's the mastery of it. It's knowing when to speak and when to let your silence roar louder than any words could. But don't misunderstand. Silence isn't about hiding. It's about choosing what deserves your energy, your attention. Most people don't. They haven't earned your pain, your story, your truth. They'll twist it, use it against you. So guard it. Think of your silence as a vault, and inside is your power. Don't open it for just anyone. When you choose silence, you force the world to hear your actions. Actions, my friend, are the loudest language. When you rise, succeed, thrive despite their efforts to tear you down, that's a statement they can't ignore. I'm not saying it's easy. The world doesn't like those who defy its rules. They'll try to break you, force you to conform, question why you're not defending yourself, not fighting back. But they're not seeking answers, they're seeking weakness. Don't give it to them. People are addicted to control. They want to dictate how you think, feel, react. Silence strips that control away, puts the power back in your hands. Think of the greats, warriors, leaders, legends. They didn't waste breath on the opinions of lesser minds. They didn't pause to explain their vision to those who couldn't see it. They moved forward, focused, relentless. That's what you must do. You've got a storm inside you. I can see it. It's raging, tearing you apart. But that storm isn't your enemy. It's your power. Harness it. Channel it. Let it fuel you. Storms don't apologize for their destruction, and neither should you. Silence isn't just about ignoring the noise around you. It's about quieting the noise within. Those voices in your head telling you you're not enough, that you'll never make it. Shut them up. Drown them out with action, with progress. Ever hear the phrase, still waters run deep? That's you. Calm on the surface, but beneath, depths they can't fathom. That's your strength. They'll underestimate you because you don't show your cards, because you don't react as they expect. Let them. Their ignorance is your advantage, but don't let your silence become isolation. Silence is a tool, a strategy. Isolation is a trap. Build your circle carefully. Surround yourself with those who respect your silence, who understand it. Most won't, and that's okay. Quality over quantity always. Every great movement begins in silence. The most profound changes, the most powerful revolutions, they start in quiet moments when no one's watching. That's where you are now, in the silence, laying the foundation for something greater. When the time comes, when you've built your empire, reached heights they said you couldn't, they'll see their mistake, their words, their noise, their games. They were nothing. Dust. You don't need to announce your plans, your dreams, your struggles. Keep them guessing, keep them wondering. Mystery is power. Let your silence speak for you. And when you do speak, make it count. Every word, every action, make it a statement they'll never forget. When you walk away from the noise, the chaos, don't look back. The past has nothing new to say. Focus on the path ahead. It's yours to carve, yours to conquer. Silence isn't just a tool. It's your greatest ally. It's an art, a strategy. Like any weapon, it takes practice, patience. They'll come at you harder when they realize you're not playing their game. They'll dig deeper, push further, testing every boundary until you either break or prove unbreakable. That's the beauty of silence. It forces them to reveal their hand while you remain untouchable. Life is a chess game, my friend. Every move matters, every reaction a piece you sacrifice. Most people toss away their pawns without thinking, reacting to every jab, every insult. Before they know it, they're cornered, out of moves, out of power. But you're not most people. Play the long game. Don't respond to their noise. Don't fall for their traps. Hold your ground. Let them exhaust themselves trying to break you. Then, when the time is right, strike. Not with words, not with anger, but with action, with results. Checkmate. They'll hate you for it. Your silence terrifies them because it forces them to face themselves, their insecurities, their fears, their failures. When you don't react, don't give them the validation they crave. They're left alone with their demons, and that's the one thing they can't handle. People are like mirrors. They reflect what you give them. Show them anger, and they'll throw it back tenfold. Show them fear, and they'll feast on it. Show them nothing. Show them silence. They crack. They shatter under the weight of their own emptiness. It's ironic, isn't it? The louder they scream, the more they reveal their powerlessness. The quieter you remain, the more power you hold. Silence isn't easy. It's a battle, a war against them, yes, but also against yourself, against the part of you that wants to lash out, to scream, to fight back. Master that part, control it, tame it. Once you do, you become untouchable, unstoppable. Ever hear the phrase, speak softly and carry a big stick? That's the essence of silence. You don't need to shout out to make an impact. You don't need to fight every battle to win the war. Save your energy for what matters. Let your actions speak louder than their noise ever could. Actions, unlike words, leave no room for doubt. Words can be twisted, misunderstood. Actions are undeniable. When you rise above their games, succeed despite their efforts to drag you down, that's a language they can't argue with. Build, create, grow in silence. Let them wonder what you're up to. Let their curiosity eat at them. When the time comes, unveil your masterpiece, not out of spite, not for vengeance, but because you owe it to yourself to be everything they said you couldn't be. Silence gives you clarity. When you stop reacting to the noise, you start hearing yourself, your true self, your goals, your dreams, your purpose. The world tries to drown that out, to distract you with its chaos. But silence cuts through. It's a refuge, a sanctuary. From that stillness, you see everything clearly. Your enemies, your allies, your path forward. Not everyone will understand your silence. Most won't. They'll see it as weakness, indifference. They'll try to pull you back into their noise, their chaos. Don't let them. Protect your peace like your life depends on it. Because it does. When they say you've changed, when they call you cold, distant, unfeeling, let them. They're right. You have changed. You've grown, evolved. You're no longer the person they could manipulate, control, destroy. You're stronger, smarter, more focused. You've become the storm they tried to escape. And the best part, they'll never see it coming. Because you didn't announce it. You didn't warn them. You let your silence do the talking. And when it spoke, it roared. The next time they come at you with their games, their lies, their noise, remember, you don't owe them a reaction, an explanation. Show them nothing. Their power ends where your silence begins. In that silence, you'll find freedom. Freedom from their expectations, their judgments, their control. Freedom to be who you are, unapologetically, to live on your terms. But what about justice, you ask? What about fairness? Shouldn't they pay for what they've done? My friend, justice is a beautiful idea, but it's not for this world. Fairness is a story told to keep the weak quiet, while the strong feast. You're not here to wait for justice. You're here to create it on your terms. Justice doesn't need to be loud. Revenge doesn't need to be flashy. The sweetest victories are silent, the kind the world doesn't see coming until it's too late. Those who wronged you, they'll realize their mistake when they're choking on their own irrelevance. Think of a seed, tiny, buried under dirt. No one notices it, no one cares. But while the world moves on, that seed is working, growing, pushing through the darkness. One day, it breaks the surface, towers over everything. The dirt that tried to bury it becomes the foundation for its strength. That's you. Small now, perhaps, but growing, silent, unstoppable. Let them underestimate you. Let them believe their lies. That's their weakness, not yours. While they waste energy tearing you down, you're building. Every step you take in silence, every move you make without announcing it, is a step toward a version of you they can't handle. When you emerge, don't seek their validation, their apology, their acknowledgement. Their words won't matter then, just as they don't now. What matters is you. What you've built, what you've become. Silence isn't just keeping your mouth shut. It's focus, discipline. It's choosing where your energy goes. Most people don't deserve it. They haven't earned it, and they never will. Your energy is currency, and most are bad investments. They'll drain you, waste you, Give nothing in return. Stop spending it on them. Invest in yourself, your growth, your future. That's where the real wealth lies. Silence drives them mad. They thrive on reactions, drama, chaos. When you deny them that, when you give them nothing, they spiral, questioning themselves, doubting their power. Your silence becomes their torment. It's poetic, really, but don't let their madness consume you. Stay focused, stay calm. You're not here to play their games. You're here to win the long war. That war isn't against them. It's against the version of you they tried to create. The weak, broken, desperate version they wanted you to be. That's your real enemy. Every time you choose silence, every time you walk away from their noise, you're defeating that enemy, reclaiming yourself. The day you reclaim yourself fully, the day you stand tall, unshakable, that's when they'll see their mistake. But it'll be too late. You'll be untouchable, a force they can't reckon with. Silence is contagious. When you stop reacting, stop explaining, stop engaging, you inspire others to do the same. You show them a better way. That's power, real power, the kind that doesn't need to shout to be heard. Silence isn't running away. It's standing your ground without giving them the satisfaction of seeing you waver. It's saying, I don't need your approval, your attention, your validation. It's knowing your worth and refusing to let anyone diminish it. Weakness is reacting out of anger, out of fear. Strength is staying calm, focused, silent. You're not here to prove anything to anyone. You're not here to be liked or understood. You're here to rise, to build, to thrive. And the only person you owe that to is yourself. So when the noise grows loud, when the world tries to drag you down, remember, your silence is your power, your shield, your sword. Wield it wisely. Let them wonder, let them question, let them fear the quiet storm that is you. Their noise is temporary, their opinions fleeting, but your silence, that's eternal, unshakable, that's you. Go forward, not with words, not with anger, but with purpose. Let your silence do what it does best, speak louder than their noise ever could.